all worked for Baraka at the end of the day. To only hit for 416, I mean, I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah. Are you saying that you should be able to cancel into gutted and combo after the forward 4 crushing blow? Because, I mean, I'm down. If that's what you want, Aquaman, that's what you're asking for.
Yes.
Just a little chuckle. Okay, all right. Yeah. Both of them still. Look how far he walked for that stand 1.
One thing I wanted to bring up too coming in this, David, was that Killer Shinnok had the ultimate Sonya. Oh!
You're dismissed.
He had the ultimate Sonya
Killer
Blade
Shinnok
warm
had
up.
a rib cage and it's gone.
Yep, had it, gone. But he beat Dizzy TT, the other, I'd say, top Sonya Blade in the world right now, to get to this match. So he's warmed up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no doubt about it. TEKKEN MASTER, feigning it. Now this, I like the stand 1 idea. And you can really see TEKKEN MASTER's space control being a huge part of this. When Dizzy plays, it's not as often this kind of far space control. And another thing about TEKKEN MASTER style is that he's not afraid to take the risks. I mean, he's always been okay with the fact that a 50-50 means that he's going to lose the 50% of the time. You know, he has accepted that. He takes the round. I remember talking with him when he was playing Atrocitus a lot back in Injustice 2. And he was just like, look, man, the character is, sometimes you just got to go in for the overhead low mix-up. You just have to do it.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like, wow, okay, that's risky, but he, of course, was one of the best players in the world, and that's the style.
That's inherently almost any character, you know. If you play a character 100% safe, and I give you a great example as someone who had that mentality. Samish back in the day never took a risk ever. Right. And even though he was incredibly solid and got his damage off of whiff punishes or anti-air, something like that, in games where those were harder to do, on command, like it was with Lena MKX, he had to make adjustments. He had to get more aggressive. He started taking the risks too, and now we see him going crazy.
Can we talk about the spacing that TEKKEN MASTER has had with these anti-air Mike Watson fireballs? These are actually ridiculous, that he's been able to call out exactly when Killer Shinnok is going to jump and put himself at exactly the right spot on screen where he can anti-air. That's already happened half a dozen times in this match, and it's not easy to do. It's not an accident. It's him putting himself at exactly the right spot.
And a major difference from the match with Dizzy TT, where he kept empty jumping in ranges, you know, where the buttons would whiff. Oh, speaking of.
Bends it.
Too far. But yeah, just spaced a little bit better.
Oh, this could be the round. Should be the round.
But all it takes is one.
That's the thing, everybody. I mean, it's not just about zoning. Zoning doesn't do a lot of damage each time. That's just, well, okay, maybe that crushing blow aside on Sonya. But for the most part, that's true. And yet, when a character like Baraka gets in, you can see how quickly Killer Shinnok can even up or even take a round. Yeah, that crushing blow is pretty good, I would say. Patience! Oh, interrupted! Gotta spend the 2 defensive bars. They're gone, surely, yes. Rough right there. Oh, this has gotta be it! No! The huge drop! Oh! Now Killer Shinnok has the life lead and he's got these great blade sparks. Blocks it!
Looking for the hit confirm his TEKKEN MASTER. Chip territory away. And that was about guaranteed.
Wow.
What that forward 4 was in his space into the chop, the chip out. Beautifully executed for Killer Shinnok. And this has been a battle of wits, of patience, of everything. This is great Mortal Kombat 11. Killer Shinnok fighting through the arsenal, pun intended, of Sonya Blade to work his way in, to get those hits. Oof.
Again, that is not an accidental anti-air right there. That is TEKKEN MASTER putting himself at the right spot, thinking 2 seconds in advance as to when Killer Shinnok is going to jump, and then getting it absolutely right. That's part of why I find zoning so interesting. You have to think in the future to make that stuff work. It is not something you just stick out.
And if you think about it, what's crazy is what he has to execute to do that. He has to make that decision to micro hold that ring in a situation. Now, Killer Shinek is not out of this. With that breakaway gone, he needs 2 solid hits here.
Oh, chance! Not quite there. And there's Sonya. Now, not a punish, but still, Killer Shinek. I'm not actually sure what he did to get hit by a stand 1 in that situation.
You know, at -7, he may have just got caught swinging. Now, how different that would have been if he just gotten a down 2 out.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like if you're gonna swing in that situation, it's usually down 2.
Yep.
But oh well.
Maybe he swung with the 1-1-2, looking for something confirmable. That was unsafe. That overhead, I'm 5% sure.
The 1-2-2? Nah.
He's on that brain data.
Nah. I don't think Baraka has a single punishable string, to be honest. Maybe he has one.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh. And Killer Shinnok, no matter how badly he loses a round, he's gotten the next one. Like he's been in every single match so far. That's why we're at 1-1. Never mind.
Oh, the micro duck! That's what I'm talking about.
And that's a rare one to see from Baraka as well.
Yeah, it's true.
To get just a clean punish of the string.
Dude, the micro I feel like his character wave dashed through it.
He micro ducked that
Look
ring.
at that! Oh my god, that's so sick right
even
there.
See. I'm done. Is he Neo? Is he the one?
Yo, he phased through it. Oh, the damage is coming! Next one will be for the kill for sure. Oh, huge one!
Oh, the confirmation of the ring.
Yikes.
That is gonna be all she wrote for the kid. Oh, he's alive! I thought for sure!
No! Oh, the jump! The jump! And of course, what else would it be but falling on a ring? Even at that far range, Killer Shinek must have thought, okay, you've been anti-airing me close, but I'm gonna jump from far in order to gain some space. And that wasn't good enough either. Tekken Master, again, is thinking in the future when it comes to these zoning.
I never thought that I would be so impressed by the way someone pressed down and up as quickly as they did. That's what we saw against the zoning there, Tekken Master.
But, got him, finally.
But how quickly does that set up your forward movement? Afterwards, another short hop mix-up trying to come in.
There have been so many back 3 lows, and I'm surprised the Tekken Master on reaction still had the high block. I mean, very strong play.
Likewise. Outside of
as Killer Shinek phases through.
Back to another anti-air ring. Tried to react a little early there. The down 2 coming out.
Tekken Master is making quick work right here. He's at match point.
Round 2, fight.
They told me that she wasn't high tier anymore. That's what they said. I read that on Twitter.
I know. Woo-hoo-hoo. Boy, does that extended jump and get you trying to anti-air from so far away, or trying to get you.
Yo, that was good right there. What a little fake. Also, by the way, I believe he's doing. Oh, okay.
I'm done. That was ridiculous.
That was
ridiculous. Shinnok. Again, it's almost as if the Brazilians. It's almost as if the Brazilians are playing a different meta, which I love to see.
Yeah. Well, that does happen sometimes. People develop local ideas.
You know,
very commonly in fighting game history, that different scenes, different countries have played differently. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, them as a whole see a mechanic and focus on it.
And finally, and the kick confirmed.
Double match point. Oh, sorry, not match point. Oof, I thought we were 2-all. Oh, I was about to freak out. All right, this is to get Killer Shinnok. To a potential game number 5 here.
Also a big deal.
It's been so close.
It has. It's been an amazing set. The throw, finally. I feel like that's the first time I've seen that out of Tekken Master in this set.
Gets a
First
massive
time we've
lead.
seen that for sure, and Tekken Master jumped over it.
Takes a 70% health lead here on what is match point for Tekken Master to make grand finals. And you know, once again, kind of completing the circle as to why he made the trip in the first place. To secure the bag. To secure the points. One interruption, though. This should force the breakaway, and now he can't get hit at all, David.
Yeah, the next hit is for the round. Next hit is for the game. But the hit comes, there's no meter.
Breakaway. Woo!
What?
Trying to get the fatal blow.
What'll it be? Oh my god, I'm freaking out. Oh, no,
I'm so done. That he tried to get him to fatal blow by any means necessary right there. And then I think that he actually got into Killer Shinok's head right there. Shinnok overthought it and just held a mix up right there. I can't believe Tekken Master just literally had a war of attrition with his mind.
How could you not overthink that when she is, I mean, essentially teabagging right there? It's not teabagging in the way that is just for disrespect. It is definitely to make the opponent think that, press something, commit.